Good evening. Thank you all for joining us here on the Tammy Talk Show. My guest is asking questions on tonight. He was wondering were we on. Yes, we're on. Thank you all for joining us tonight. I have the husband sitting here with me. We have a good topic tonight. I hope you all could join in with us with the questions and answers and just conversation. We want to have some conversation here. If you all would like to come on live, I'll give you the email and we can tag you in and your faces show up and we'll hear what you have to say. So the topic tonight is the people have spoken. Why is it they acting like they didn't hear us talking?
Well, you just got right in that one, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Just went right in with it, didn't you?
That's what I want to know. Why? If the people have spoken, or you deaf, and you just can't hear? What is it? But they don't want to believe what they have seen. They don't want to believe what they have heard because so many of us went out and we voted. They was telling us to go vote. You need to vote. People need to vote. You need to put your vote in. So that's what we was doing. We voted. Now what? Now they want to tell us the president that we voted in is not the original president that we voted in. Those of you that have some questions tonight, come on, put your questions on the screen, and me and my husband are going to answer them for you. We're going to talk to you all about it. All I know is Tuesday night went too long. Thursday, Friday, I was beginning to think like when my kids was small and we had this Christmas show that came on. And one day, this is my first time knowing that it was on. I walked in the
Christmas
room.
Story.
Yeah, the Christmas story. I walked in the room and I heard this little boy saying something on the thing. And then I walked back in the room like 3 hours later, he was saying the same thing. Then I walked in there 4 hours later, he was saying the same thing. And I asked my son, I said, what are you watching? He said, I wish Christmas was every day. I said, doggone it, it's every day, ain't it? We don't need to hear this. And that's how it was for me for the voting on this week. It seemed like it was like forever. I never seen one that go that long. It was just so unbelievable. I kept asking myself, am I in America? Or am I in a foreign country? Where are we? Is this really America now? That we have to sit and fight and see who's going to be the president when he's already voted in? What's your thoughts, husband?
Okay. Well, here we go. As you know, I don't come on often, probably because I talk too much. And she might get kicked off of Facebook. However, I got a couple things I want to address. One, earlier you were saying the people have spoken.
Mm-hmm.
They have been telling us to vote.
Right.
Okay. So I'm just going to call things the way I feel them in my humble opinion.
Mm-hmm.
God bless those of you that may not agree with it. I still love you because I want to make it to heaven. But now that we have understood, I'm going to put it this way. Now that the African American community has understood what it means to vote and the power that the vote has, all of a sudden the votes are no good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as long as we was oppressed, deceived, and misdirected and misguided about voting and made to feel like it really doesn't matter,
right,
then those powers that be that knew better could bump, slide, and shift whoever they wanted to put in office the way they wanted to put in office. But now that we can vote and realize that the power of the vote changes things, all of a sudden the votes are no good.
Right.
I just don't understand that. And my thing is this. For those of you that have voted for Trump,
right,
then that's your pick. However, as many people wanted to vote for Trump could have voted for Trump.
Right.
So it clearly tells me that the African American community has finally become educated on the power of the vote.
Yes.
Because they even said that the amount of people that voted for Trump were in record numbers. and he still lost. So what does that tell you? That tells us that America has the power to change some things.
Right.
And that, to me, is a win-win, regardless of who I'm with or who I'm not with. Just the fact that we can do that. Right. So now all of a sudden there's a problem. It really makes no sense to me. But I'm gonna leave it right there till I get to my other point. I had it, but I lost it because I'm getting old. And but I'm gonna come back to it.
See, we've been up since Tuesday, and he's still a little sleepy right now. But anyway, just to watch it and to see how the numbers was going up so slow. I don't remember the numbers going up that slow ever.
No.
And I know they had to count the ballots. You had to count those that was mailed in and everything. And now that they did count them all, the president want to say that they miscounted his. And he want to investigate it and everything like that to hold things up. I know when Nate was on the show, he was telling us why he was going to hold things up. So maybe he'll get another year or so in there if he hold it up. But like I started out with the show tonight, my topic was the people have spoken. We have spoken. We have already let you know that we have picked our president. You was the president for 4 years, and the people decided they didn't want 4 more years of you. Personally, I'm speaking for Tammy. I'm not speaking for America. I'm not even speaking for my husband. But I couldn't take another 4 years of seeing him on the news every night, every day. That's all I seen. That's all I heard. I couldn't take it no more. I was getting full up to here. You know, I'm like, man. And when I was growing up, I'm going to be honest with you guys. When I was growing up, this used to be my joke because my dad's name was Donald. And when people would ask me for stuff, I would go like, my dad ain't Donald Trump. My dad is Donald Watkins. I thank God my daddy is Donald Watkins. But that used to be my joke. But I'm not going to use that joke no more because it's a sense of integrity. Do you think America still have integrity anymore? You know, the way some of them want to accept, to say that Biden did not win. Where's the integrity? Where's your intelligence? Where is your compassion? Where's your natural common sense? Yeah. Where are they?
Well, those are people that are, in my opinion, they're in their feelings. That's all that is.
Okay.
You're in your feelings. It didn't go the way you wanted to go. And now you feel a type of way. Because I'm going to say this. One thing I know about America and one thing I know about the news, now you can call it fake news, fake media, you can call it whatever you want.
Whatever you want to call it.
One thing I do know, they wouldn't have had Biden get up there and do that great speech of becoming the next president if they weren't 100% sure that he was the president. And I believe that they knew he was the president long before we knew.
Mm-hmm.
When Atlanta was at 99% for 22 days, it seemed like I was like, what the world? How long does it take? You counted 99% of the votes in 1.5 days, and then you went to 99 for the next 4 days. What the? I'm like, are you serious right now?
I know.
And so I already knew, and I think I was sharing that with my wife on yesterday. I think that they did that because they knew that Atlanta would have brought him over the top, but they wanted him to show that force, or they wanted Pennsylvania to be the one to come through.
Yeah.
Not because South. It had such a big impact. And I really didn't think too much of that. It wasn't the South. I just felt like because Pennsylvania was the main state that Donald Trump had to win. So, and then he was fighting to win. Biden was fighting to win Pennsylvania back.
Yeah.
And he won that victory.
Yeah.
You know. So I kind of think that, and that was his hometown.
Yeah.
You know. So I kind of think that was part of the reason. I'm so proud of our people.
Me too.
If they never had called Atlanta showed up and showed out.
Georgia.
I mean, Georgia showed up and showed out.
Yeah.
So I'm proud. I got my thought back. A lot of y'all ain't gonna like this, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
Come on with it.
Let me address these preachers for a minute.
Come on with no.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna leave it alone.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I just want to say this. All of the preachers, you know what? And I can't sugarcoat it.
Come on with it.
Y'all that know me should know me by now. And I'm not going to make that disclaimer anymore after I make these statements. All of the white preachers that were upset because Donald Trump did not become president. I don't care about your views concerning your own personal convictions.
Right.
Okay. Because you as preachers know that you can't save nobody.
That's right.
So if your big thing was Donald Trump is for pro-life, and that was your only reason for voting for Donald Trump, then you as a preacher ought to be ashamed of yourself. Because there are so many more sins in the world besides an abortion, and you worried about an abortion, and that's the reason that you feel like our president should be the president, that man should be the president? Are you serious right now?
Yes.
What God are you serving?
Yes.
I'm going to say it again. What God are you serving? But you can be a liar and it's okay. But you better not have an abortion. Man, don't get me started on sin and what's right and what's wrong.
Right.
Donald Trump lied every time he got on that television, but that was okay. But because he was pro-life, oh, that's our president. Let's be real. Just like Joe Biden, what he's putting in place now. Anybody that doesn't make more than $400,000 a year aren't going to get taxed. I don't know anybody on this earth personally that I've shook their hand that makes close to $400,000 a year. So guess what? None of that is going to affect any of us.
Right.
Even most of the white population. Let's put it where it's at.
True.
So quit playing if you're talking about what Donald Trump is doing for the country and the taxes and everything else. Are you kidding me? That lets me, I got to say this, and I'm going to shut up. That lets me know that all of you white evangelical preachers that are on Donald Trump's side for the mere fact of the hiding behind pro-life, you're prejudiced. You're prejudiced against black folks. And to this day, the church is still the most segregated thing in the world.
Yes,
now, I said it. If you don't like it, you can make a comment. You know where I'm at. There it is.
That is so true.
I've been waiting for years to say that. And there it is. Come at me. You know where I'm at.
Yes. And a lot of these preachers was getting on that prophesying and saying what God said about him being restored. And a lot of them right now, they're hoping that they can come up with some numbers or somebody to lie about something that is missing so it can add up so that the prophecy that they gave can be true. God don't give out something like that, fake prophecy. These preachers have to be on point with this nation of people. You just can't go with the flow. Like you were saying, the only reason that they basically was going for it because of abortion. Yes, even if they do pass that law, there's still going to be people out there that will do it. They're going to find somebody that will do that for them.
Exactly.
So why are you saying that this is the reason why? No, that's no reason why. As long as this earth be this earth, there will be sin in it.
You better believe it.
It ain't going nowhere. So why are you picking certain things to say that we should vote because of this? No, I'm going to vote because of what's right. I'm going to vote because what is right by people. What is right by human beings.
Exactly.
I'm not going to go, then they would say, well, that's a human being. That's a life. Yes, it is. But what about those lives that y'all are killing in the street that are already here? You know, you kill them, you shoot them, you stand on their neck and all that. That's a life also. And I can say it for myself. Now, that's 100. That's a life, but you don't think that's a valuable life.
Right.
That life don't matter. But
Right.
they'll bring the children into the world, and then the mothers don't want them, and then somebody adopt them, somebody who adopt them mistreat them. Yes, I am not for abortion, but y'all need to look at this thing for real.
Right.
For real, what it's like. And then y'all talking about the gays, or he don't believe in gay rights. Well, as long as there will be people on the earth, they're going to be that too.
Okay.
So you're not going to stop anything that's going on that's meant to be, because all this stuff is already in the Bible, so it's going to happen anyway. So I'm so glad that we got out there and we voted.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Come on.
So let me talk about that. Because that's been a sore thumb and a white elephant, pink elephant, polka dot, whatever color elephant you want to put in the middle of the room. That's what it's been for years, too, with the church. So let's talk about the gay community and the lesbian community, trans, LGBT. community. Let's talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
So you telling me now that God don't love them? But we have a God. Wait a minute. Now, this is a God of love.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying to me that God don't love them?
No.
Okay. So if that's the case, why is it such a problem that the Constitution of the United States has granted and afforded certain laws in place for them? And honestly, it wasn't really for them.
Mm-mm.
It was just like a black movement. I'm just going to put it where it is. Now, you all already know our convictions concerning the church.
Yes.
And concerning Christianity. However, we go back into the same categories like I said earlier. You can't save nobody.
Mm-hmm.
The Bible says, let every man work out their own soul salvation with fear and trembling. You can preach that word, and whoever wants to live it can live it, and whoever doesn't, that is not your concern. You have given them what they need to do what you believe your God says is the right thing to do.
That's right.
So let me go there again. How can you say, oh, this is no good, we're not for that? How dare you? Hey, sometimes I don't like the way folk wear their head. Their hair look jacked up. Does that mean they, yeah, that's what I meant. You know, head. Wear their head. Your head look jacked up. And just because you wear it like that every day, all of a sudden now you going to hell? I mean, come on, we're missing the whole thing of why we're voting, who we're voting for.
Yeah.
Okay. No, everything Biden does, I don't agree with.
Mm-hmm.
But the point of the matter is just the tone. Even CNN was talking about the tone.
God, just to hear
the difference between this man. You can entice and you can coerce people and you can antagonize people by your tone. And the bigger you are up the chain and the more powerful you are, the more influential your tone is.
Mm-hmm.
So all this stuff about, even with gays, even with abortion and everything else, that is the, and I know some people don't like me right now, but that's okay. Those are the big stigmatisms that they're always throwing out when it comes to the church. Church folks, get a life. God loves everyone, and God is going to judge everyone according to their own heart. Now, what you do with the information that you choose as a religion is up to you. One thing I will say, and a lot of people may not like this, God's word is God's word.
Yes,
it's not going to change. Now, either you can follow it or you can suffer whatever consequence from not following it.
Right.
That's all. I mean, it can't get any clearer than that. It is what it is. That's the choice though that you have to make. Right. I can't make that choice for you.
And then also, even with the gays, you know, it's not up to us to say what's right and what's wrong, but we know what the Bible do say. And then he loved the people. Yes, he loved you. But he loved the people, but it's what you're doing that caused the sin. That's even with me, you know, as a woman. That's even with me as being married to my husband. If I do something wrong, he hate the sin. And that's what it's all about. But I wouldn't want my vote to be basically on because of this one thing or these two things. It's got to be more than that. We have seen the injustices that has been done to our community. And on this week, our community came out and we spoke. We let our voice be heard. And then too, on January the 2nd, here in Georgia, we're going to make our voice be heard again. We're going to those polls and we're going to vote for our senators that we have here. We have 2 that is up for it, and we're going to go in like an army running in for a battle. We're going to go in and we're going to vote. And I'm going to keep on saying that vote, because we need some balance in the White House. There's no balance there. And then the Lord has allowed us to get some balance back in there, and we're going to be happy about it. And we can't help because our president is a little upset and feel bad. You know, a lot of times when I'm doing stuff, I feel bad too when I lose. But hey, you got to lose sometime. You ain't gonna win all the time. That's something your mama used to do with the kids. She used to play games with them, and when she would play them games, she would be so hard on them, and she'd be just throwing the things down on them. She's like, "I won." I said, "Oh, she got to be so mean." She said, "I got to let them know they ain't gonna win all the time. You're gonna lose sometimes." So he got to get used to the time that he has lost. He has lost America. He had a chance to
She used to do that to me.
He had a chance to be in there 4 more years,
That's
but
right.
he didn't know what to do with what he had. So we're going to ask him right now, what you going to do with the time you got left?
Whoop, whoop.
What you going to do with it? What you going to do with that time? So right now, we are hoping that America have seen that we're not going to take it lying down, that the change has been made, even though he said he's not going to concede. He's not going to do that. So he's still waiting for the numbers to come in, but that's okay.
That's all right.
He can wait it out. He can wait it out to January the 20th.
Nothing is nothing that serious is going to change in our world. And again, because I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not a big politician guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just a halfway common sense guy, and not much is going to change in my world except the tone, hopefully. And guess what? We're still going. I guarantee you, there's still going to be police brutality on African Americans. There's still going to be injustice.
Yes.
Listen, that's been going on forever.
Mm-hmm.
However, what we have found out, that our vote has power.
Yes.
And listen, let me say this too. In a minute, folk are going to get tired of that too. So you can drag it out if you want to.
Right.
But there are some people that are going to start becoming martyrs, and it's not going to be pretty.
Oh, God,
they're going to take that death penalty, or they're going to take that life imprisonment, because they're going to get tired of law enforcement doing just whatever they want to do.
Right.
So I'm hoping that Joe Biden is going to do something to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't condone wrong on any level, and I'm not perfect by far. Those of you that know me, I'm just struggling trying to make it.
Yes.
And if you judge me, that's fine. What you think about me is not my business.
Right. It's not at all.
How you feel about me is not my business. So, I said that to say, listen, we got to get to a place where we realize where the important areas of our life are for progress.
Right.
And we have seen that in this election.
Yes,
it might have taken a little bit, but we've seen it. So we have to start doing it on the local level.
Mm-hmm.
We have to start changing the pulse of our community.
Yes.
And we as a people have to start banding together to learn how to love each other. I know this is what's the topic tonight? The people have spoken, but every time I get behind this little who's it what thing here, I got to speak my mind concerning what I believe is tearing us apart.
Right.
So listen, we got to learn how to love everybody according to the word. You can't call yourself a Christian and don't love everybody.
That's right.
You just can't.
You pick a few.
So I got a new running joke, because everybody gets so deep about this whole thing. And why do I keep getting back to that? I keep getting back to that because it just really hurt my heart to see so many preachers and pastors pushing for this man that clearly showed prejudice, clearly showed hatred, clearly showed injustice and cheating the system and intimidation with people, even on his staff. Yes. This was so clear and cut and dry. It just really hurt my heart to see people on the bandwagon with that. Yes. Are you serious right now?
Yes.
And so my thing is this. Here's my running joke now. A lot of people don't like it, because the way people are teaching and preaching Christianity these days, we either all going to heaven or we all going to hell. Now take your pick which one you want. Because you can't do a few little things wrong and make it. You can't do a million things right and make it and still get something wrong. So which one we doing? We all going to heaven or we all going to hell?
But while we're here,
we're
going to vote.
We're going to vote.
And we have voted.
Hallelujah.
So here it is right here. I see that Rhonda has posted. She said he had his chance and he blew it.
Yes.
He did. He had his chance and he blew it. He didn't do right by the system. He didn't do right by the people. And he wasn't the people president. He was those people president.
Right.
Because that's how he looked at us as those
it.
people. You know, so he wasn't our president, or the people that didn't vote for him. He wasn't their president.
Right.
No, you're the president of the United States, so you all people president, whether they voted for you or not.
Right.
And that's the thing that's the thing he had to remember, but he wiped that out of his mind. And since he wiped that out of his mind, we that was wiped out of his mind, we went to the ballot and we voted, and now he know who he is.
Right.
Now he said, oh, it was them. Yes, it's them.
Oh, shoot.
They did exist.
Y'all know. Don't sin. Don't put that other word in there, you know. And I'll see also here, which is very important. I've said that before. Nate has said it also.
Yeah.
Rhonda's saying change starts at the local level. Absolutely,
yes.
It does. That's in your community. That's where the change starts. That's where you can change the judicial system. That's where you can put the right people in place to put police brutality and all those things at bay, because it doesn't make sense that these things were happening in Georgia. Now, Georgia, hello, let me talk to you for a quick second. All of those murders by either white prejudiced people or police officers, most of them happen in the state of Georgia. But guess what? We have found out that we can change the game with our vote.
Yes.
So the local level, as Rhonda said, is where it's going to happen.
Right.
Now, listen, like we've said, and I'll say it again for just the sake of saying it, because some people may jump on here at right now. Prejudice is everywhere, but everybody ain't prejudiced. Everybody's not racist.
Right.
But until we realize that we have to still be focused and be vigilant on those areas that are, and those people that are, we're not going to progress. We can't kumbaya this thing. We can love everybody, but we can't kumbaya it. And there was celebration. I've never seen that before ever in the United States. Celebration in the streets. I thought I was looking at Iraq or some foreign country that was so glad that a mean dictator got out of the office.
It was all over the world.
Yeah, worldwide, global.
Yes.
You know, just that whole tone. Even people going to the polls had music and was dancing and on the way to the polls to vote.
Yes.
So listen, we need to keep this vibe going. We need to do it, especially like Rhonda just mentioned, at the local level, and those that others that have had. We've had on Nate and everyone else that was coming on talking about the politics at that local level. We need to be present. We need to be in those city council meetings. We need to show up, and then they're gonna be like, wait a minute, what the world is going on here? Exactly.
We're showing up.
It's a new world order.
Yes. And like I said too, in January we have in two Senate that we are voting for January the 5th. And I want the people to go to the polls. You need to go and you need to vote. You need to vote these two senators in. If we vote these two senators in, it's going to be 50-50 in the Senate.
Yes.
And Kamala will have the deciding vote. Come on now. Y'all hear me, Georgia? We got to go and make it happen. Let's make change. So I'm so glad that we know that change is coming and the people have spoken, whether they believe it or not. Whether Republicans believe it or not, the people have spoken. Our voice have been heard. Black people we have voted, and our vote do count. You know, a lot of times people would say growing up, you may have thought years ago when you was voting that your vote didn't count. But today, as you know, and we were saying it on the show, that your vote do count. The more you put in, the more you vote, the more people vote, honey, the more we can make changes in America. We do not have to sit down and take what we have been taking for the last 4 years. We don't have to sit back and watch them demonize the president that was before him. And he came after that president and everything was already set up and already beautiful.
Right.
And then he walked right into something real good and then act like he made it happen.
Yeah.
You know, that's something. Don't let that make you mad. Don't let that make me more upset than that. I've either done something and somebody walk up in there You know, like if I cook something at the school and somebody else walk up in there like they did it because they working with me, I'll be wanting to look at them like, I would take this pancake and we would have a pancake ball right now. Oh yeah, thank you. I did it. You know, no. You're not going to take the credit for the labor that I have done. And I don't think anybody should take the credit for the labor that President Obama had done and that Biden had done in America, because they came into a country that was on the verge of being broke down and no money. Because Madoff made off with all the money, didn't he? He made off with it. And they walked into something that was nothing and turned it around. And then he come in. And I used to tell my husband all the time when we was going through those years with Obama, I told the husband, I said, I bet you the next man gonna come in there, he's gonna be a Republican, and they're gonna act like he fixed everything. When the Democrat came up in here and fixed everything, he gonna walk up in here with everything like it's a piece of cake. I did it. Honey, you didn't do nothing. It was already done for you. You just right now you wanna act like the votes was already fixed, but they weren't. We went and we voted. We made a difference. Yes, we did. You got something you want to say, honey?
Yeah, I need some water.
He said he needs some water. These lights are real. But
and we're back.
We're back.
I just want to say, again,
thank you all.
Yeah, I'm just so proud of America.
Yes, I am.
I feel better about walking out because the tone does make a difference.
It does.
You don't hear anybody just from the time that it happened until now, just going into the store or just doing anything. The whole vibe is different. It's like
it is. It is.
I should laugh, but it's really sad.
Yeah.
That political views can really disrupt and change people that seriously. As a human being, you should not be that easily influenced. I mean, that's really sad. It's really sad. And now that the powers that be and all the people below in that umbrella feel like now they have no more power, all of a sudden it's almost like it's so thick. It was so thick in the air before the other night that you were like, oh my God, I don't even want to go in the store because these people just think that they can say and do whatever they want. Then overnight, let me put my finger in there, just like that. All of a sudden, wow, it's so refreshing to walk in the store now, and there's no tension, and ain't that something? I mean, ridiculous. And for this man to see, this is what I don't understand.
Come on with it.
For this man to not even want to be mature enough to concede, and people actually follow that, I'm sorry.
Ooh.
There's no way, unless I really know you and understand why. And I have a few people that I do know like that are Trump supporters, and I know that they're not feeling too good right now. But they're friends of mine, and I'm hoping, I'm pretty sure that that's not going to change our friendship.
It's okay.
But anybody that would follow a man that doesn't even have the heart to be mature enough to accept defeat. It makes me wonder how you feel about me.
Right.
How do you feel about me? To follow someone that has been that obnoxious. I understand being forward. I understand, Trump says what he wants, and he, blah blah blah. All that is good to a certain level. Right. You want a president with a backbone. Okay, I get that. But some of the things that you all know good and well, and some people that I know are very intelligent, way more intelligent than I am. They know better.
Yes.
You had to have cringed, and you may not have shared that with anybody in the world, but you had to have cringed over some of the obnoxious things that he was saying, and you were following this man.
Right.
You know, every time something hurtful was said in regards to Trump that represented some of the people who were my friends, I felt bad in my heart.
Yeah.
And if they did not feel bad in their heart about some of the things that were being said, that may have been racial or humiliating, and the military.
Oh my God.
I mean, and that didn't convict you that darn, and you know, I don't feel that way, then maybe we should stop being friends.
True. Wow.
Okay, well, I said it. I'm saying a lot of stuff tonight, but it is what it is.
Read what Sharita said.
Okay. People don't realize they've been oppressed over the last 4 years. That's why there's a sigh of relief in the country and around the world. Exactly. Exactly. Sigh of relief.
That is why.
It's almost to the point where I know they probably feel like if nothing changes anymore, that was enough.
Yes.
To just get people to breathe again.
Right.
But and again, we I think just like Biden did, he took the position of being the president for all Americans.
Yes.
I've never felt that way when Trump was in office. I think he may have said it a couple of times when he first got in there. But it's just
I just can't believe, like he was saying though, those people heard what he was saying, they saw what he was doing. And then they saying, but he's helping our economy. I'm telling you all right now, if he helped the economy, I'm making the same money I was making when he got in the White House.
Exactly. My money ain't changed.
So where did he help me at?
Right.
You know, I got the same job. I didn't get no promotion. I didn't get a raise.
Right.
But they're saying that he helped the economy. And he enriched the economy. No, he came into an economy that was already on the way up and came from where it was at because it was handed in to Obama's hand with nothing there. So he walked in where economy was already booming. So it didn't change nothing for me and my finances that he was in the White House. Yes, it helped the rich people, but it didn't help us.
Right.
And so Biden is talking about helping the middle class people. He's talking about helping those that got to get up every day and go to work.
That's right.
He's talking about helping us. And then when he get in there, if y'all got to listen to me good, because some of y'all going to read it wrong. After a year, he get in there and can't get nothing done because he can't get nothing done because Mitch McConnell's still there.
Oh, yeah.
And because the Republicans, if they have more in the Senate, they can always vote against the House. And I heard that they were saying that the House is turned over now to the Republicans too. Seem like they're outnumbered there. So if they vote against them there and vote against them in the Senate, then nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to happen. So that's why we have to educate ourselves on knowing that if we change the Senate and we change the House, that's where the power lies. I'm making the decisions and people agreeing with what the president is trying to do.
Right.
But Mitch McConnell did it for years. He went against President Obama. President Obama couldn't even raise a hair on his head because he told him it wasn't the right color. So he voted against him. So I'm telling you all right there, we got to do it the right way.
Yes.
We got to put the power where the power is. And the power is in the Senate. Right now, the president came in there, he done divided the whole House. And a divided House will fall. A divided America will fall. So he divided it. He got the Republicans against the Democrats. And it's never been that way. It's always been a balance that we can cross the line and we could talk about it. We can make something happen.
Right.
So we got to hope and go out there and vote and get the right ones in there to make it happen, to make the decisions that the president-elect is trying to make happen when he get in there. And one thing we got to do too, we got to hope that Donald Trump pack his bags and leave. As of now, he want to stay on board. He want to stay in one of the rooms that are still there.
Donald Trump. is going to take his diehard followers. If he doesn't get some sense, he's going to try to stay in that White House, and he's going to try to create movements after the fact, even when he's no longer the president.
He is.
And he's going to take those diehard people with him, and those people are going to get hurt.
Yeah.
It's not going to be pretty.
Wow.
Because now the pulse has changed, and the people feel like there's some hope.
Yeah.
And people with hope are not going to allow anyone to take their hope from them.
Right.
So if he's smart, he need to go ahead and tuck his tail and go on back up wherever he came from and do what he got to do, because he's going to take a lot of innocent people that think they got power just because they with Donald Trump. I don't understand why they didn't know. You never had any power. Just because Trump said what he said, you never had no power. He the only one had the position, not you.
Right.
Now you're going to have things against you because there's so many people, even in law enforcement, that are saying to themselves, now we can do things the way it needs to be done.
Right.
And if you think there aren't some evil folk in the world, yes, I said it. I have to love them too, but it don't change the fact that they're still evil. If you don't think there's some evil folk in the world on the other side of the coin that are now Biden fans that won't do some shady stuff to some other folks, you're fooling yourself.
Yeah.
Come on, this is America. This is the world. This is an evil place.
Yes, it is. And
so we have to be, I'm sorry. We have to still be vigilant, sober, and mindful. And like I said, I hope those people don't follow on that man's bandwagon, because it could really turn bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it could really turn bad.
I just enjoyed looking at Kamala on there. Oh my God. I said, go ahead, sister. And she was talking so intelligent and, saying the right words. And it was just so refreshing to my ears to hear somebody stand up there that is a politician, that is the president-elect, vice president. It sounds so intelligent.
Yes.
Wasn't looking at a prop, but just talking to us and just sharing with us what they're going to do for us, instead of going off the rail and saying, but I'm going to do this anyway because this is the way I feel about it. It just felt so refreshing.
Yes.
It felt so refreshing that we have people that'll be up there that will represent the United States, as we are intelligent people. We educated and we got degrees and all that, instead of having all this education in the United States. And I often tease around here. I said, and then what's that show, Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Then I'm like, God, what happened? What has happened to America that they say, okay, we accept this?
Yes.
What?
And how about Sharita put up here? We were talking about that too. She think they go do the Uncle Phil on him and kick him out like the Fresh Prince.
Yes. Gonna throw him out. And then he didn't even talk about the coronavirus the whole time. He started out with it for a month. After that, he just reneged. And I believe he allowed somebody to get in his ear to tell him what he needed to do. They was telling him what he needed to do, and then he rebelled against them. And then he never did anything about it. But so many people were dying. And this is what the president-elect said, this is the first thing I'm going to work on. I'm going to work on this coronavirus because too many people are dying. He was saying, in other words, so many people are dying, going to be nobody to work in America, keep America going, because this disease is going to take over. So I'm so glad that we have elected somebody in there that's going to look out for our well-being, not just our financial pockets or their financial pockets, because we're going to still make what we make. But I'm talking about their financial pockets, because, they are so bad, so much. Trump was so bad, focusing on the rich having so much money. And he was saying that if they had more money, they got money to pour into the economy to help us this work. And no, they wasn't. Not paying no taxes. And then I work for a year, and then at the end of the year, first of the year, I got to fill out my taxes, and then they want to take the majority of what I made that they said they was going to give back to me.
Exactly.
But the other people get to keep theirs and keep on smiling, don't miss a moment of it, and have all this money that they know they will never be able to spend it if they lived a zillion years. because they're billionaires. They got all kinds of money coming out of everywhere. But here it is, the common people not making that much money, but you want to take from us? We put a change in that, didn't we? We went to the ballot box. I am so proud of you all for doing that. I'm so proud of my race because we standing together, and that's what we need to do at all times in every situation. We need to stand together. We need to stand together in the businesses that everybody have.
Yes.
Find out in your local community, whether Black-owned businesses, restaurant, clothing store, hair store, nail store, whatever. If you go to a nail store and they don't look like you, go to somebody else and you just buy you a pack of them and go to somebody to learn how to do them that is Black. Let them put them on you and you pay them.
And let me add this to it. Not only, I'll tell you why this is so important. And I know it may always sound like there's a racial divide when we talk about that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what it is. It's because we are Americans. We are Black and we are in America.
Yeah.
However, our American counterparts that do not look like us do not always patronize us.
True.
So therefore, it is a struggle for us to maintain businesses. We have been former business owners. We've had a couple of businesses that we could not keep up, mainly because, and I'm going to keep it where it is, our own people did not support us.
Right. What actually you know what you're doing.
That's right. We can't expect anyone else to support us. But in order for us to be a piece in this American pie, we have to be as important and as powerful in the business world. In order to do that, we have to learn to support each other so that we can become an American business that happens to be owned by an African American. And that's when other races will have no problem coming in and patronizing us. And so that we can be a part of it. You know, this is the reason we push it so much, because we need each other.
Yes, we do.
And we found out now that doing what we do, it matters. The Black vote matters. I like what Sharita said, that Bernard said that, well, Bernard, I call him Bernard, said that he felt for the first time like his vote mattered.
Yeah.
I mean, that's powerful.
Yes.
And guess what? That momentum is going to move everybody.
Yes.
So again, I say thank you. I'm so proud of our people just for that accomplishment.
Yes.
Of being able to realize what we do does make a difference.
It makes a difference
on a global scale, because if all the foreign countries are glad that things are going to get flipped around again.
Crystal said that the Prime Minister.
Okay, even all the prime ministers
congratulated
Biden.
Yeah, see, they all are happy. They were saying that we're glad now we can get to talk to somebody that is really looking out for the welfare of everybody, not just America, because America is no good. Y'all listen to me. I know we're some good, but I'm trying to tell you like this. If we go into a war, we had to go into a war today or months ago, and we needed allies to come and help us, who would have came to help us? I'm serious about that. Because he was breaking relationships with the foreign countries, and they wouldn't want to get out there and fight for us, and then he would have made a deal with the people that's coming against us to come against them because they didn't know if they could trust him.
Right.
They want somebody that they can trust. And you know, he had broken that trust that was there between the countries, and he was ready to bail out and be like, we just want America. We don't need other people. Yes, we do. You need friends. Anytime you find somebody that say, I don't need nobody. Yeah, you don't need nobody because you're too bad. Don't nobody want to be around you. Don't nobody like you. That's why you say you don't need nobody. Everybody needs somebody. You need people around you. If you're a person with no friends, woe unto you, you're a sad situation or you're a sad person. You'll say, well, I don't need nobody. Yes, you do need people. You need people just to talk to, people just to be around. So we needed those other countries. But he was alienating us from even the countries. Y'all weren't even looking at some of the people wasn't even looking at the big picture that we had here.
No.
Because I know from you being in the war how critical it is to have allies, to have other people that are going to stand with you in the other countries and all that. So everything was on the line. But I'm so glad we went to the ballot and we made some changes. The people have spoken, whether he don't want to hear it. In a minute, we're going to be able to say, can you hear us now? He act like he don't hear, but he hear it loud and clear. It is not even no stuttering. It's not nothing. It's just plain and clear. The people have spoken.
The people have spoken.
Yes. What was this Nate said right there?
Okay, let me look up close.
Don't have your glasses on? Here you go.
We can't even travel because of how Trump absolutely handled this virus. There's no country that would have stood with us under him. Absolutely.
Wow. True. But honey, well, I'm here to tell you all whether he want to believe it or not. The nightmare is almost over. These 4 years.
And I gotta say this. This gives some big ups to Kamala Harris.
Yeah. She did it. Got a sister
we
in the
just
house.
Had a small 4-year break, and we now have another African American in the biggest part of our democracy.
Yes.
And the vice president. A woman, history maker.
Yes.
African American.
Yes.
First African American vice president, history maker.
Yeah.
This is, and again, I know it may sound like we're being one-sided, but
you have to know our plight.
400 years of this, and to see this, is I mean, it's awesome. I'm without words.
Yes.
I hope to God that we don't lose the momentum of how powerful the vote is. Right. I'm appreciative of the Tammy Talk Show. I'm appreciative of Brother Nate Crawford that came on and constantly gave us information about the votes. I believe it was one of their family members, was she a congresswoman?
Yes.
She came on, gave us a lot of information.
Right.
It's just it made a difference.
Yes,
it made a difference, and we appreciate you.
Right.
I love you too, brother. I see on here. I don't know why you said that. You might have been picking at me. But I already know you got love for me. We already know. Appreciate the information, man.
Yes, we do.
It's just a beautiful thing. It's a great day in America for us as a people.
Yes,
it's a great day in America for America. Now we just got to keep that momentum going and stay focused on where we're trying to go with our country.
Right. And Georgia voters, please don't forget to vote. Don't forget to vote in January the 5th. Okay, what's the congressman that man name now again? Let me get his name written down here.
Ossoff and Warnoff.
There you go. They're the two that we'll be voting for in January. And I want you all to go out there in big numbers and put those votes in and make a change, because change is good. Yes, it feels so good. I'm just, like the husband was saying, I'm just so happy that a woman is in the White House. You know, she's the vice president, but still she made it. She's the first woman. The first. And I was thinking today too, I'm gonna throw it in there. Throw it in there. It's somehow America is coming to let a woman be a leader, but the church still gotta catch up.
Oh, here we go. No kid. Go ahead and say it.
Some churches gotta catch up.
Yeah, churches gotta catch up.
They gotta catch up because they're going by, but I ain't gonna talk about it because I'm gonna do what I do. Ain't nobody gonna stop me from doing what I do.
Well, there's haters and there's
I'm just glad that there is a woman in the highest, one of the highest office in America, and she's going to show you what a woman can do and still act like a lady.
Yes.
Still act like a lady. And that is so wonderful. I do believe that America is heading into the right direction. I just want you all to know that Tammy here at the Tammy Talk Show. Appreciate you
State
all.
Representative.
I appreciate you all for
Alberta Tinsley Talabi.
for tuning in and watching the show, and I appreciate that so much. What you were saying?
The name of that state representative, Alberta Tinsley Talabi.
Okay, yes,
or Talabi. I forgot how to pronounce it.
It's Talabi.
But yeah, she came on with a wealth of information.
Yes, she did.
As well.
Yeah,
I know she has got to be just as excited.
Yeah, I stand corrected. I'm sorry. There are 2 women.
Yes.
Can't forget Nancy.
That's right.
No.
Nancy in there, and she was waiting on Kamala.
I can't forget Nancy because Nancy is a strong one. She'll tell you straight up. That's it. So I can't forget her also. But I'm just so glad that America is taking a chance on us women to let us, give us a chance to show you that, hey, we love America also.
Yes.
We're a part of it. We the one that making America grow.
That's it.
If it weren't for us, you wouldn't be having no growth in America.
If a woman can be a single mother and raise 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 children on her own, go to work, take care of them,
feed
and
them,
provide for them. I do believe she's got what it takes to be in some type of leadership position.
Yeah.
I mean, the proof is right there.
In the pudding.
It happens all the time. Now, don't get me wrong. There are fathers that are doing the same thing.
Right.
But the majority is the women. And they make it happen.
Yes.
They make it happen. So to say that a woman does not have the ability to do that.
Multitasking. Child.
And to be in charge of something, you're really doing yourself a disservice.
Right.
And quite frankly, you're just being a hater.
That's it. Just a hater. But we know we have no haters on here today. All we have on here today is people that are happy that the direction that America is going in. I'm so grateful that you came on this evening to share with me and the husband on the Tammy Talk Show this evening, where we was talking about the people have spoken. And I think in a minute, he gonna hear it. He gonna hear it in a minute. He gonna come up with all his schemes, but he gonna hear it in a minute. When he have to leave up out of there around the 20th, he got to go. Can't gonna be no room for him and Joe both up in there.
Gotta go.
You can't have 2 presidents in one house.
Gotta go.
Nope. It ain't gonna happen. So we're just hoping that he do what he have to do and that he, take what he have to take. Swallow that pill.
Yeah.
Swallow that pill of pride.
If you don't want to swallow it, put it in your hand and walk away with it. But either way, you got to go.
Swallow that pill of pride and move on, because America is ready to get back to doing what we do best, living our life and enjoying life and everything going good. And this coronavirus to be gone from America. We are ready for it to be gone. Not lingering around to get somebody else. We want it to be gone. So I thank you all for listening on tonight. Thank you. I thank Adeline for coming on. Nate,
Adeline
Crawford, Sharita.
You might as well hear it. You
Krista,
got that right.
And who else we got on here? Erica, Miss
Nisi. Do I see a new last name? What's that all about? I'm gonna have to inquire about that one.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. Okay. Nisi.
All right. What's going on here?
I think I saw your cousin too.
Rhonda.
Your other cousin, Davina. I think I saw
Davina. Yes,
too.
I saw Davina on there. What's
hello,
Davina?
Everybody. See who
I don't want to miss nobody. Mom Crawford, Aquila.
Yes.
Aquila. Sorry. They all know my little names for them. Erica.
With this DeAndre Stevens.
DeAndre Stevens.
Oh, hey. Sharon. I see all of you all on here. Thank you so much. Monica Watkins.
Oh, that's my nephew.
Yes.
Okay, DeAndre.
Geisha. See, I'm shouting out all the names. I'm so glad you all was listening, and we hope that you enjoyed the show on tonight. I want to ask you again to join in with me on Thursday. We will be carrying on another conversation. We're going to get off of this one. I'm going to have some people coming on. Hey. We're going to come on and we're going to give out some jokes on Thursday. We need to laugh. We need to make some, be happy this weekend. We got, this Thursday. So we're going to bring some things on, some people on to talk about that, to get us to laugh and have some fun. Okay. We might even have some jokes about the president. Oh,
Woo!
we might have some jokes, you know, I'm just saying. Y'all want to laugh, don't you? Yeah, we do. Okay, so join in with me on Thursday, where we will be continuing the conversation. Love you all much.
Continue to support us.
Thank you, and continue to support.
Like and share.
Me here. Okay, hi Daphne, how are you? Good to see you on, girl. I always see you on the show. Thank you so much. I see you on in the morning too. Listen to me preach sometime. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for joining in. Yes. And I thank you all once again. I love you much. Please tune in with me on Thursday.
Vivian, hey Viv.
Oh, hi Vivian. How are you?
What's happening, Viv?
It's been a long time.
Hey.
Yes. Looking forward to you showing
what's
up.
happening? That was a pleasant surprise.
Yes. Hope to see y'all soon. Please join me Thursday. Everybody that I see on here, tell a friend, tell a neighbor. Share, and share. Please share and like it. Please like my page. Go to my page and like different ones. I got a different topics that we talked about, different series. Please look at the series.
Check them out.
Give it numbers. Go to YouTube and look at my YouTube channel. Please
like the channel when you get there. Subscribe and like. Yes.
And I will appreciate it. Love you so much. Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.